What's good, y'all? We out here. And nature, baby. Actually, it's like a little nature walk. I like walking by this river right here. Can you see it? Dope as fuck. Really calm. Alright, so I realized I started making videos about not smoking, and then I just kind of like dropped that shit. So we gonna come back and talk about it. As of today, I am a week and a half sober. It's because I want to say like a week ago, I think it was like Saturday, I did a mushroom trip, and when I do mushrooms, when I did the mushroom trip, I smoked to just get to like a different level internally. And then, but that was like a 1 day thing, and I haven't done it after that. So technically, we can consider it like, I think it would be like 3 weeks now if I didn't do that. But, you know, just being like truthful, being honest, there was that 1 day that I did. So it's like a week and a half. But that trip really showed me. That trip really showed me a lot. Like it showed me. It really opens a lot of inner doors that a lot of people try not to look at, or they try to hide. So it keeps your mind open. It keeps your mind open. And it's not for everyone, but if you're looking for something like deeper, or a sense of purpose out of your life, or you feel like you need some sort of spiritual healing, I definitely would recommend taking them. And that's real. That's real. So, but moving forward. So, one, I just wanted to say, there's so many people on here that talk about marijuana or weed or bud, whatever you want to call it, like it's a problem. And first off, like, I just want to say, like, you cannot blame a substance for your response. And by that, so many people will smoke weed on a daily basis, and then they will blame weed and not themselves. And that's the first problem. And I'm speaking to myself right now. Like, I'm like, they'll blame weed, not themselves. But the problem is, weed is a plant. You feel me? So you can't be out here blaming a substance for making you lazy, or you not getting shit done, or it makes you feel some type of way. Nah, that's yourself. And then the marijuana is just enhancing that. It's acting on that. Like, because you see think about it. You see so many people that can smoke on the regular and be okay. You see so many spiritual people smoking on the regular too, and it's okay. Now, on the other hand though, I'm not saying it's okay to be smoking on the regular. Because, like, once again, if you are addicted to that shit, you have to go through the withdrawals. That is the biggest thing. The biggest thing about the spiritual growth that comes from letting it go is experiencing the withdrawals. Okay? Now, I need you to understand me on this. The withdrawals are what makes you stronger. Because if you can't control the vice, then the vice is gonna be controlling you. You feel me? That goes with everything. I'm just talking about marijuana specifically because that's what affected me. But if you can't be controlling the vice, then the vice is going to be controlling you. Alright? Like, that's just it. God damn. Okay, I gotta be real. Every time I talk, there is some people that just make... Come on, Luna. I'm like walking my dog low key. There are some people that really make this like so much harder, and it doesn't start happening until I start talking and recording every time. Maybe it's a coincidence, I don't know, but I don't believe in coincidences. Luna, come on. No. But you know, I train my dog well. We walk off leash. That's real. Alright. So, what was I saying? Oh, if you can't control your vices are controlling you. So, once again, there is no problem with marijuana, the substance. Okay, so many people go around saying that there's a problem with marijuana, or that there's a problem with all these different substances, when it's a problem with you. But the problem is, you just don't want to admit that the problem is you, and you don't want to take no responsibility for your actions. You feel me? Okay. Oh, but since we're talking about it, everyone has these negative connotations towards certain drugs. Let me just break it down for y'all. People, I'm not saying you should do any of these, because I don't agree with anything other. Like, if you can't find it in nature, I don't fuck with it. So let me just break it down for y'all. Some people like judge meth heads, right? But you taking Adderall. So, but you got college kids and primarily black children on Adderall. If you don't know this, black children get misdiagnosed or overly diagnosed with ADD and ADHD. They get prescribed Adderall, Ritalin, and you can look this up too. Adderall and Ritalin is molecularly similar to meth itself. So you literally prescribing kids meth, and then you have college kids taking meth every day, but you judge people for smoking. Like, this is real. Then you have, it goes with heroin too. Heroin. You look at all these heroin addicts. The only difference between a heroin addict and someone who's popping pills is a heroin addict is injecting it, and the person popping pills is taking it through their mouth. You can look this up too. Heroin, the base form of heroin, is from a plant called opium. Okay, it is then processed. The opium is then processed into opiates. Okay, opiates, Oxycontin, Percocets, any type of painkiller. So all these people, you got people launching mad judgments at people who on the street doing heroin, but you popping perks. You see what I mean? Like, some of this stuff really doesn't make sense sometimes, but like, no one thinks down to that level. You literally go get your wisdom teeth taken out and then ask for fucking some processed heroin. The only difference is that one, the government says that you can do it, or the government says you can do one, it says you can't do the other. One said the government says you can, that one is cool and one ain't. Alright. But since we're done talking about drugs, what was I really talking about? Oh, I was gonna talk about how my DUI changed my life. Not a lot of people know, but I got a DUI back in 2017. Let me just explain how I got it first. Once again, before people start launching judgments and they don't know the full story. First off, let me say, a lot of people be driving drunk all the time. I know people that drive drunk hella, but they just never get caught. And then you tell them that you got a DUI, and they're gonna look at you funny. But you driving drunk, like it's the same thing. It's just one got caught. It's just like murder. Like, if you murder someone and don't get caught, you still a murderer. You feel me? You picking up what I'm putting down? Just because I got caught and you didn't doesn't mean that you any better. Okay. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what actually happened. So, I was at my friend's house, and he was going to a wedding. Yeah, he was going to a wedding or a wedding party, and I knew the people uh, that were that like I had a small relationship with the people, so I was like, hey, let me roll through. So I pulled up to my friend's house. Then we all took one car to the wedding party, and then, you know, I used to be, the the front dude at the parties. You know what I'm saying? Like I always had to get the most fucked up. I was always the loudest. I was always the one cracking all the jokes. So when I get there, it's hey, drink with us, everyone, drink with us, drink with us, drink with us. So inevitably, I get shit faced, and that's real. Got shit faced, blacked out drunk, and then what happened? Oh, okay. So I got shit faced, back out drunk, right? Then we leaving, or I guess we leave, cause I don't remember anything after this. After it was, I just got blacked out drunk. I was cut, so I don't remember any of this stuff really, right? This is just what I was told by my friends. But I'm gonna get into that in a second. By my friends, what happened? All right, so got shit faced, blackout drunk, and then apparently we left, and I was passed out in their car. Like I passed out at the party. Yes, I was one of those. I passed out at the party. They had to carry me to their car, and then they put me in their back seat and drove me to their house. Okay. This is what they told me what happened. So this is like, they woke me up when they got home and they said, hey, you gotta drive home. I'm blacked out drunk at this point. Now I'm not putting the blame on anyone because alcohol just lowers your inhibitions. So if you were gonna do something sober, like you were gonna do it on alcohol. That makes sense. Like when you cheat on your girl, you can't say, "Oh, I was drunk," or if you punch a nigga, you can't say, "Oh, I was drunk. I didn't mean it." Nah, you meant it. You meant it. You just would have been too bitch of a do it when you were sober. You pick it up and put it down. So it's not their fault. I'm just pointing out the situation at hand. Dude and his girl said, hey, you gotta drive home. So I drive home, or they wake me up out of my drunken stupor to start driving home. I don't remember any of this. I don't remember getting in my car either. But I drove home, and then the next thing I remember is I was down the street from my house, and cops were knocking on my car door window, and I guess I was driving home, and what happened? Oh, I pulled over to the side of the road and just fell asleep with my foot on the brake, and luckily my foot was on the brake. Like, praise God to all of this, to be honest. Praise to the Most High, because I could have been dead and gone if it was like, real talk. I fell asleep behind the wheel and my foot was on the brake. Like, if I just slipped my foot off, I would have just kept on strolling. You feel me? So there's always a higher blessing to everything. Okay, so that happened. The next thing I remember, cops knocking on my window. Right? They're like, hey, you gotta get out the car. Blah 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 blah. I do the whole nose thing, whatever, blow in. It was like I blew something heavy too. I don't remember. It was like a point. It was like a .18 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so then I get arrested for a DUI, and at that point, or I come back. All that stuff happens. I talked to my friends the next day. I talked to them, and I was like, yo, I got a DUI last night. And they're like, oh, really? Like, I didn't know. I was like, yeah, like, did y'all, like, was I good last night? Did I, like, seem okay? They're like, oh, you were passed out and we carried you to the car and we woke you up, and you said that you were good to drive, so we just let you go. Okay, that is the moment I realized most of your friends that you go drinking with, that let you drive home drunk, or if your friends let you do anything stupid like that, they really do not care about you. And that's why I had to cut a lot of these people off. But I didn't right away. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. You gotta cut a lot of these people off because they really don't care about you. They just care about as JID said, only down when the liquor round or the spliffer round. That's why I don't fuck with niggas now. Yeah, that's real. All right, so I've tried finishing this video twice. My phone storage ran out, and then I had to pay $5.99 to fix the corrupted file. And then I recorded it again, then it got deleted. So I'm just gonna end it on a cool note. That situation really opened my eyes to the fact that my friends didn't care about me at that point in time. And I think that that's what that situation was really supposed to show me, because, you know, if I didn't get in that situation in the first place, I'd still be hanging out with them right now. You know what I mean? So, like, I think so the reason why I'm even decided to speak about this is because I feel like a lot of people get into situations like this, and they feel like they rather like hang out with their friends than just like be alone and assess yourself and assess your life, right? I feel like it's important to like really be alone and like assess the people that you choose to be around and see if they really care about you. Because if your friends are gonna put you in harm's way like that, like, do they really care about your situation? Regardless of if I said, like, it takes two to tango, you feel me? Regardless if I said I was good or not, I obviously wasn't. You know what I mean? And so, like, I take full responsibility for my actions, but it's important to recognize that I was walking off a cliff, and like, it's my fault for walking off that cliff, but you like watched me walk off and you was cool with it. You know what I mean? So and then if it wasn't for that in the first place, I mean, and second of all, if it wasn't for that, like, I wouldn't be where I am right now. You know what I mean? Like, that, the whole reason why I started meditating, the whole reason why I started doing yoga, the whole reason why I started taking care of myself was because I was trying to find like something deeper, like an alternate source of something else to fill the void that that was missing when I let my friends go. You know what I mean? Because everything's within. You know what I mean? So just know, like, if you're in a situation the same as me, because that's why I'm speaking on it, to hopefully resonate with someone and let them know that they're not alone. If you are in a similar situation as me, just know that going within is the only way to get out of it. You know, you put yourself in the hole, now it's time to get out of it, but you gotta go within if you're trying to find peace. That's real. You gotta go within if you're trying to find peace, right? So I think that's about it. I'm not gonna go too much more into it, man. You just keep your head up, stay positive, stay blessed, and try not to judge too many people for being their authentic selves. You know, I already know I'm gonna get backlash because I have like family members and shit that watch this, but it's like, you know, everyone makes mistakes. It's important to put that out there. You know, like, how are you gonna get mad at me for just bringing light to mistakes I made? Like, it doesn't make sense all the time. So, hope y'all like it. Stay blessed. I'm out. Drink some water. Get some sun. Praise the Most High. the universe, and yourself. Mind, body, spirit. So, out.